Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your AEW versus NXT review. Before we get into today's show, guys, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you're wondering, my voice is a little bit better, but it's still quite a little bit sore to speak. So we'll get this done. And what I want to do today is, as well, before we go any further, when we get into today's show, could you go down to the comments and put into the comments what you thought about AEW and NXT? I love to see what you think about it, and I'm also going to be replying to comments all day today. Anyway, guys, let's get into this. So, we started AEW with the roster kind of talking about Jericho's influence. One thing that was really weird was the fact it was obviously only for AEW. They'll talk about, obviously, throughout his time, but like the clips and stuff were only for AEW, which I thought was a wee bit weird since everybody knows where he came from. ECW, WCW, WWF, WWE, when he made his name. WCW, obviously, but yeah, it's quite weird. We get the FTW Championship match. Brian Cage versus Will Hobbs. Brian Cage picked up the win here. This was actually a really good match. Both people looked good. Yeah, I was actually surprised at how good it was. 3 stars I gave this. I was more than surprised at how actually good Cage and Hobbs looked in the ring. Like more than surprised they were actually really good. Then after the match, we get Starks heads down to the ring to celebrate. With Cage, Taz is on the mic. He tells them not to touch Hobbs. He wants Hobbs to pay attention. He asks him, will he join Taz or will he not? Join Team Taz or not. Then Darby Allin comes out and Taz screams that Darby is going to learn not to stick his nose where it doesn't need to be. I really don't get the Darby Allin thing, why he keeps going after Cage. I really don't get it, but it's a thing. So then we get a few celebrities congratulating Jericho for his 30 years. AEW World Tag Team Championship match, the Hybrid versus FTR. FTR picked up the win. This was a solid, fun match. Nothing special, nothing great. 2.5 stars, just a really solid, fun match. And we get MJF. He wants to talk about heroes, how some people say you shouldn't meet them. He disagrees. Kind of putting over Jericho a little bit, saying that he might come out later and congratulate him, or he might not. Then we get TNT Championship match. This is definitely the match of the night from both shows. Cody Rhodes versus Brody Lee. Cody Rhodes picked up the win. 3 stars. I thought it would have kept the belt on Brody a wee bit longer, but maybe there's going to be a back and forth, but who knows. This worked well. The one criticism I've got about Cody is he needs to stop trying so hard. Not every single thing that you do has to be greatness. Like, he tries to be, I gave this a 3 stars because it was a great match, right? It's good for us because we get to see somebody putting it all on the line. But at some point, like the things that get me is, I feel that he gets a little bit stale sometimes. He's always trying to be the best ever. Constant, put the best this on, do the best that, put this best. He could just fucking go out there and put on a good match, that's it. Because after he does like a speech thing when Tony is kind of interviewing him, and Orange Cassidy comes out, puts his thumbs up, Cody puts his thumbs up, and I guess that we're going to be getting that match next week. I don't know. See, that's what I mean. Like, he puts on this great match, and then he goes and does like a great talk. Great, he does it good, really good. And then the Orange Cassidy thing. I'm just not a mark for Orange Cassidy. I really just can't stand the guy. But I know some people do. Anyway, Big Swole versus Deb. Big Swole picked up the win. It's a really good match. Really enjoyable. 2.5 stars. Moxley's in an empty bar with a shot in front of him. He cuts a kind of cool little promo saying he'll need to tear this belt out of his dead hands. I just want to say something, right? Well, Archer goes on to say that everybody dies, but I just want to say something. Does Moxley know to say this every single time? You need to take this even for his WWE days, like when he's defending the title, you need to take his title out of my cold dead hands. I remember that, like, just literally is like his catchphrase, which is getting a wee bit annoying. Then you get Chris Jericho and Jack Hager versus Chaos Project. Chris Jericho and Hager will pick up the pin. Again, a solid match, nothing special. I thought it would have been a little bit better because obviously it was like the 30th year for Jericho. 2.5 stars here. Jericho, Sammy gives Jericho a mic. Jericho says 30 years in the business, thanks to all of us. And he wants to say, then MJF comes out, cuts a promo. There was like a clown thing that was like holding a gift, and it was a picture of MJF, and Jericho ended up putting it over the clown's head, saying that he hates clowns and never interrupt him again. I hope it's going to build into a feud, but that was the end of the show. Overall, 2.5 stars. It was a good show. It was enjoyable. Both shows tonight are enjoyable, but nothing great, just enjoyable. I liked the Cody match. I thought that was the best match of the night. And the MJF and Jericho thing, I hope builds into a great feud. And like I say, does anybody just feel Moxley says the exact same thing in every single feud, does the same thing over and over again? Because it's really starting to just get a bit stale. And I was already getting stale with him in WWE as well. Right, NXT. So, we get Kushida versus Ciampa. Ciampa wins via disqualification. This match was really good, and it would have been a 3 to a 3.5, but the ending was so shit, so I only gave it a 2.5 stars. But it was a really good match. Go and watch the match, but just the ending's bad. Then we get Amber Moon in the ring. She cuts a promo. She says she's happy to be back after 14 months. While away, she discovered Amber's Law. She goes on, right, then it ends up being like Io Shirai interrupts. Before she can speak, Rhea Ripley's music hits. And she joins in the ring. She says something about Amber and a title shot, but is hit from behind by Gonzalez. Amber and she and Dakota jump Rhea. Gonzalez and Dakota jump Rhea until Amber comes over to help. And that's going to build to a match later on tonight that William Regal announces, because the people come out and held it back. It was as hard to watch as it was hard to say. And we get Derek Maverick and Killian Dane versus Everrise. Maverick and Dane pick up the win, 2 stars, nothing special here again. Then we get Austin Theory against Theon Ruff. I'm not going to rate this because it was like 149 and it was just for Dexter Lumis to come out. So Austin Theory versus Dexter Lumis. This match was 2.5 stars. Nothing special. It was a match that was there. I think maybe they could develop it a little bit more. You get 2.5 stars, kind of the first time I've seen you link up really for a good 12 minutes. We're going to be getting this kind of preceding. Lumis picked up the win. Lumis is celebrating, and Cameron Grimes comes out, hits him with the gate cave-in. He tells Lumis to answer questions, and after a few promos you get Grimes backstage saying you don't want to mess with him. Then we get Danny Burke versus Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland picked up the win. Again, not a rateable one. It's like 2 minutes. Nothing special. Then we get Blackheart against Lee. Blackheart picked up the win. Again, not rateable. It was like a minute. Then we get Dakota Kai and Gonzalez versus Moon and Ripley. Moon and Ripley pick up the win. This was the best match in NXT, 3 stars. Hands down match of the night on there, and it was really good. Overall, 2.5 stars for NXT. Now, there was a lot of like non-rateable matches because they were so short, and it was just like to put one wrestler over, get them a win under their belt. I don't really enjoy those, but I get why they're there. This is overall 2.5 stars. NXT was enjoyable as well. Nothing special, just an enjoyable show, and the main event was great. For both shows, I would say AEW edged a little bit forward as a more enjoyable show. But there was nothing great that happened on it. Like, Cody's match and picking up the win there, I like that. The main event on NXT, I like that, but it was quite a lot of stuff that you just gloss over. Promos were really stale as well. I honestly felt they were quite like just bogging you down in the show for both shows. And I feel AEW, this is a criticism for AEW. No, I don't want any marks out there to start shouting at me, but I honestly feel like they try to give everybody the world straight away. They have a few slow burner kind of storylines that happen, but they try to give everybody the world straight away. Like they want to just get into that feud straight away instead of from letting it burn. Now, a few things like when Jericho touches it, it gets a slow burn movement or it's quite quick. But who knows what's going there? There's still a new company, they're trying to learn. But overall, it was a good night for wrestling. Again, guys, us the wrestling fans, we won here. That's pretty much all we can really say here. It was a good night for wrestling, nothing special, but we got to see a few good matches. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous here because I'm losing my voice now. And I'll see you here I'll see you here tomorrow for my top 10 wrestling moments. Yous are going to love them. Some of them are hilarious. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.